April 7, 2314. Dear Mom, I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner, but I'm currently on an underground Segway with fellow volunteer allies to join the Grey Rebellion. I didn't tell before I left you because I knew you would stop me. I just personally don't think it's right that the Zats can come on our planet and put us all under their government rule, so I joined this group to act against it. I will arrive at headquarters for training tomorrow. I chose to work in the firearms section rather than combat. Then we will head off to get in our battle positions a day later. If you're wondering where Bale is, he's with me. He refused to let his cousin go to battle without him coming along. His girlfriend is on vacation with her friends, so you might have to be the one to tell her where he is once she gets back. Sorry, again. Although jumping out my window might not have been the best course of action, I had to get on the night bus somehow, and bail, and I had already made the plan, and family doesn't back out on each other. Your words, not mine. I'll make sure to write tomorrow as well, and would also appreciate if you would write a letter back, and send it to 4629 Gardner Drive, in D.S., the capital of Parleen. That is where our mail will be picked up, and transported back to headquarters. Hope to hear from you soon. Sincerely, Ailey. April 8, 2314. Dear Mom, thanks for writing back. I understand that you don't support my decision of going into battle. However, after thinking about it, I'm sorry to tell you I will not be changing my mind. Today was training day, and since I joined late and the battle is soon, they crammed months of training into today. Apparently on our way to the fighting scene, I'm strictly prohibited to secrecy on where the area is. We will be taking breaks between the days of driving. I'll write to you then. For now I'm in my sleeping chambers. It's not as nice as back home, but they have millions of soldiers to accommodate, so I'm not surprised that there is limited space for bedrooms. Each room has 2 beds, and the person on the other side of my room's name is Sae. Me and her have become friends, and have quite a few similarities. She said that her boyfriend is going into battle with her, and that they arrived together. I'll write tomorrow. Ailey. April 9, 2314. Dear Mom, I'm on my way to the battlefield, and I'm finally allowed to tell you where it is. It's in S.D., the capital of Persinane. We decided to choose this as a battlefield, because there is many trees, so we won't be easily abducted by the Zats hovercrafts. It also provides shelter from oncoming bullets, as well as any robots, as they are programmed not to hurt wildlife unless instructed to do so. This is also the perfect spot because once we get there and are stationed, it will only be 2 hours until the guards go through the forest to do their morning tax sweep, where they will walk into the forest to make sure no one is hiding to avoid tax day. That's when we will launch the ZSTCD, the Zate Signal Transmitter Cancellation Device, which will stop any signals, messages, or an S.O.S from reaching the Zats headquarters. Then, we will open fire and steal the hovercraft operation remote from a general or sergeant if possible. Then we will bomb the Terrananal, where all the government officials live. SAE told me it used to be called the White House. Miss you lots? Ailey. April 10, 2314. Hey Mom. This is going to be a very short letter, as I am currently in my defensive off-attack. We are split into 2 groups. When one group goes into offensive battle, out in the field, meanwhile the other group stays and does defensive protection. We get a break, heal the wounded, and make sure none of the Zats make it past our barriers. Every hour the groups switch attack positions. We are allowed to write and send letters during our off-attack, just in case it will be the last one we ever write. If that's the case, I just want to say thanks. Tell Hazley she was a great friend, and that I hope she and Tales work out well, although I still think he's a simp. Looking over the battlefield, I can tell half of us probably won't make it out alive, not to mention all the bloodily wounded. The Zates have begun dropping small bombs and explosives at this point, and I am currently soaking up the blood of someone who saved his friend by shoving him out of the way. It seems he may have to get a half-prosthetic face when we get back to base. If we get back to base. Love you? See you soon if I'm lucky. Ailey. April 11, 2314. Dear Mom. We actually did it. If you haven't already heard from the news, we won the fight. It's still shocking to me, as they had every advantage over us. They ended up retreating to their home planet, so we have time to build a barrier dome around the Earth so we can keep them out for good. I'm currently on a victory parade through H.F, the capital of Pazar. Don't worry, Bale and SAE made it out too, and have recovered considerably. SAE's boyfriend, however, wasn't so lucky. He got a laser beam straight through the heart. But guess what? Turns out, he was with other girls too. Plot twist, I know. I could make this a whole dang movie. Oops, that was kinda off task. Anyways, I'll be home soon. And SAE lives in the same neighborhood as us. How awesome is that? Me, SAE, and Bale will be home soon. See you tomorrow. Ailey.